In this video, I'll be showing you 2 tips on how to use good quality oil paints on a budget. This video is part of a new series that I've come up with where I give you tips I've learned as a creative professional. If you're new here, I'm Rohit and I make videos on paintings, drawings and animation. If that's something you're interested in, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Now that's out of the way. Last week I uploaded a video of me doing my first ever oil painting video. If you haven't seen that video, I'll link it up above. And I also posted it onto my Instagram, YouTube as well as Instagram. I got a lot of comments saying oil paints is very expensive and that's something I cannot do right now. And I'm here to say you're wrong. What? For a very long time, I was under the same impression too. Even though I've been painting and drawing for a very long time, I've never used oils. Well, I learned a pretty neat little trick to use good quality oil paints on a budget. Tip number 1. Understand why oil paints are expensive. See, the composition of oil paints are pretty simple. They have natural pigments and oil. The good quality oil paints have more pigment than their cheaper counterparts or acrylics. Pigment as in colors that are obtained from nature. For example, the color blue is obtained from a crystal called lapis lazuli. And each pigment is obtained from different materials, some expensive and some not so much. And that is why among these same quality oil paints, one of them is $7 and the other is $20. Since some are being obtained from a crystal, obviously they're going to be more expensive. And this is why oil paints cannot be mass produced as easily as acrylic paints. Because acrylic paints are plastic substitutes to the originals. You can find this by looking at the names of these paints. In this oil paint you can see it says cadmium red, and in this acrylic you can see cadmium red hue. Hue represents that this color is a representation of the original pigment and not the original. Let me show you an example between oil and acrylics. One of these is oil and the other is acrylic. Can you tell which one is which? As you can see, oil paints have much more of a give and much more coverage on the surface area than the acrylics. With just one squeeze of each of the colors of these paints, I was able to paint this, and this. Obviously I added a medium to these, but that's a topic for another day. Alright, tip number 2, limited palette. You may be thinking, if each of these tubes are $20, $7, how am I going to afford so many colors? Well, what if I said I used only these 4 colors for the entirety of both of these paintings? See, by mixing these 4 colors, you can get any color combination you want. I understood this much better after watching a video on Skillshare. You should definitely check this out. This will save you a ton of money on oil painting. And since you're using only 4 colors, the color harmonies of your painting will be much better and your painting will look much more cohesive. If you don't have a subscription to Skillshare, I have a link below in the description with 2 months free subscription, which will take you straight to the video I just mentioned. You can cancel anytime before these 2 months and you won't be charged. Anyway, as I was saying about the limited palette, so far I've done 3 paintings with oils, and for all of these paintings I had to spend a total of just $50. I have so much more left out of these paints and I'm pretty sure these will cover my next 6 to 8 paintings. So once I got to know these 2 tips about oil painting, my overall view completely changed. It became a lot more affordable, easy to work with, and I'm pretty much happy with the end result I've gotten. I hope this tip is very useful for you. That's it from me today. And if you like this video, like and subscribe. See you in the next video.